Hey everybody, Dr. Rob here, Facebook Live. Even though I can't see it on my laptop, I know that I am live. Excited to be here Wednesday, a little late. Got stuck with some patients, really enjoying myself. Starting to pick back up. A lot of people are asking a lot of questions about inflammation. Immunity and inflammation is the top of everybody's consciousness, and it's more than understanding about immunity inflammation. It's really getting to the crux of it all. So I'm a big proponent in testing. I believe, as my upcoming book has a chapter, it's called Test, Don't Guess. I'm a big proponent of testing. One of the things I like to test for are gene and gene variants, like the APOE4. So the title today is Alzheimer's gene is linked to a higher risk of severe COVID-19. So that Alzheimer's gene, interestingly enough, is the APOE4. So when you get genes, you get two. You get one from mom and one from dad. So it's really APOE4 over E4. So there's three options in the APOE. APO2, which is very uncommon for people to have. That APO2 is very protective against Alzheimer's. APO3, which is about 70 to 75% of Americans, means that you don't have a high chance, if you follow your lifestyle or a decent lifestyle, of getting Alzheimer's. APOE2 is only like 2%. So between the two of them, they're 70 to 75%. APOE4, that gene variant, that puts you on a path, and 80% of people have the APOE4 will have Alzheimer's and or dementia, things from Alzheimer's. Interestingly enough, that it's that variant that we're going to talk about today. That was a study that just came out yesterday, and it was all through the news. It was in The Guardian, it was in The Scientist, it was on Medical Express. People really talking about it. So in my office, I take a lot of gene tests and genomic tests. My strong suggestion has been for the last couple of years, especially since I started to deal with concussion. Concussion leads you down a path, if you have the APOE4, of increasing your incidence of Alzheimer's. I'm a big believer that everybody should go test their APOE4. Everybody should test their APOE4. So I wanted to make sure that everybody understood how important that is. So let's go through this study. Having two copies of the APOE4 variant was linked to doubling the risk of a severe COVID-19. That's really interesting because many people in the nursing home seem to have a high fatality rate with COVID-19. Of those people, they all or many of them had the APOE4 variant. So it was twice the severity of COVID-19 if you had the APOE4. The study is the latest to suggest genetics may play a role where some people are more vulnerable to coronavirus than others. Genetics play a role in almost everything. Genes are not your destiny. They are the loading of the gun. They're not the pointing or the shooting of the gun. It's your lifestyle. It's your environment. That's going to fire the gun. So one of the biggest things that we talk about is change people's environment, change people's lifestyle, pollution, foods, sugar, very detrimental to brain health. We used to call Alzheimer's diabetes type 3, and we stopped because of the plaquing. So sugar is really damaging to brain health. And when you look at all the comorbidities with COVID-19, one of the comorbidities is without question blood sugar and obesity, diabetes and obesity, both of which can be tied to a high carbohydrate diet. The APOE4 gives rise to proteins involved in carrying fats around the body. It's really known to affect cholesterol levels and processes in inflammation. It's coming back to the same thing. So all different forms of being able to manage and modulate inflammation is the key to health, or if you will, ill health. So this APOE4 plaques that cholesterol, they call it amyloid plaque, makes you more susceptible, hence the idea of plaquing and inflammation. So again, your lifestyle, what I tell everybody is I believe in an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Try and exercise. Try and keep your stress down. Try and keep your toxins down. Try not to use artificial sweeteners. Try not to consume sugar, gluten. Again, detox regularly. And detox is such a critical element. There's more cells, more live cells in your liver than in any other part of your body. We just overlook the liver. the cleanse is not necessarily what you need. It's more of a liver detox, keep your gut healthy, and the such, all will help you decrease inflammatory markers. The researchers found in this study that they looked at 383,000 people of European ancestry. They found 9,022 people were positive for both copies of the E4 variant. They had, of those 9,000 plus people, they had an incidence of dementia increased by 14 times. Not 14%, 14 times. So clearly that double variant, so 4 and 4, one from mommy, one from daddy again. So when people say, do you have the APOE4, do you have 2 or do you have 1? Because obviously both is worse than having 1. So they then started a test for positive COVID-19 from March 16th to April 26th. 37 people were tested positive that had both E4 genes. They had twice the risk of a severe COVID-19. Again, so now you're seeing maybe APOE4, the 2 variants, could be considered a comorbidity. All the comorbidities that we talk about are health-oriented, inflammatory-oriented, and the such. Now, all the people that we're hearing really have a rough time. As a general rule, were people that had, once again, these comorbidities. There was a statement at the end, somebody who analyzed all the information. They were not an investigator, they just analyzed the information, and it was Dr. Sperrys Jones. She's an expert in neurodegeneration at the University of Edinburgh, and she said it is impossible that the role of APOE4 in the immune system, it is possible, that the role of APOE4 in the immune system is important also in the disease. So now we're looking at APOE4 not just as Alzheimer's, we're also looking at it as a marker for immunity. So once again, my suggestion is we're sending out an email to all my patients today, all the practitioners. I'm a big proponent. Let's talk about the immune risk assessment. One of those things for immune risk assessment now we've added just literally since yesterday is the APOE4. Do a lot of APOE4 gene. You can get some variants with serum tests. I'm a big proponent of genetic tests. I like the toolbox where we use the cheek swab and we look for the different variants. If you're getting blood markers, patients, people, and the doc isn't testing for it, I strongly recommend that you ask for it. I think it's a critical element. It should be a standard bearer. I think that some of the things I've seen with my functional medicine nutrition patients that come in, that not enough the doctors are asking for an extensive blood work that is covered by insurance, or blood work that is valuable to really become evocative so you can see what's going on inside the body and things of that nature. So I'm trying to do really quick Facebooks now, in and out. I want everybody to give me a like, give me a comment. You guys talk a lot later. I know everybody's pretty much back to work. Share it. I'm always looking forward to hear from you. Everybody have a great day. APOE4, go test for it. Dr. Rob, always yours in health.